Not a good live stream. This is an emergency live stream injury update on two individuals. One was right before the game, but we needed to have a video on it, JT, but we'll get to that in a minute because he's not out for the year. He's out 3 to 5 weeks. He might not help anybody in fantasy in 2023, but this man right here, Tank Dell, our golden boy here on the channel, done for the season with a fractured ankle. This news just came in a few minutes ago, and it has got me pretty upset. I'm not a happy camper right now. Tank Dell is an absolute monster, and this is a very, very, very unfortunate injury, and it's just one of many injury hits that we've been taking all year long. We'll probably continue to take, but Tank Dell is out for the season with a fractured ankle. So we'll break that down, talk about that. Nico Collins to the moon. We're going to talk about Nico Collins' impact. We're going to talk about JT impact. We're going to talk about all that and more. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now. Emergency live stream begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
Tank Dell out for the season with a fractured fibula. It's horrible news. It's absolutely disgusting news. It makes me want to vomit. This is our golden boy, our man, Tank Dell, and he is done for the season. God, the hits keep coming. They just keep coming. Absolute brutal 2023 season. We got a lot of good, constant good. I mean, we'll talk about Achan in a little bit. Don't worry. This isn't an Achan video. I don't want to hijack the Achan, the video with the Achan content, but all the Achan haters just wait for that video. We're coming live at the end of the games. I think we're probably coming live at the end of the afternoon games and after the Sunday night game. I don't think I can wait. I'm coming live after the end of the afternoon games. We'll be talking to all the Devon Achan haters after this one. But good God. Tank Dell, little Tank Dell. A lot of people are going to say it's because he's too small. Look, if you see the replay, anybody's ankle that was underneath that pile would have had the same thing happen to him. Let's not tie this to his size. His size doesn't make it to where his ankle fractures on, or his fibula fractures on that, and other people's don't. You can even see the applied pressure of the Denver Bronco player, which, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far, looks disgusting. It almost looks like he just pushes down on his ankle a little bit. I hope they actually look into that. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if that was the case. I got to look at it again. Does anybody have any confirmation that it looked like an intentional shove down on that Denver Bronco defender? But anyway, Tank Dell out for the season, fractured fibula. This right here, Taylor's out 3 to 5 weeks. It's not 3 to 4 weeks. It's 3 to 5 weeks. So there might be a chance this guy doesn't help you in fantasy, the rest of the season. Much depends on what goes on with the Colts. Colts are at a 25-25 tie against the Tennessee Titans right now. There's it looks like this one's going into OT, 25-25, end of regulation, overtime. So a lot depends on what the Colts do, how the Colts play. Do they win this game? Do they continue to win games? Because JT, they funneled a lot of money through this man in the offseason. The last thing we want to do is go out there and get him injured. So it's going to be Zach Moss the rest of the way, potentially, or at least up until maybe the bitter end when you might be in or out of the final matchup of your fantasy football playoffs, et cetera, et cetera. And if we take a look at what Zach Moss has been doing, this was one of those games where it's like everybody's expectations were super high for Zach Moss. Zach Moss has had a pretty pedestrian day so far. Here's the box score for the Indianapolis Colts. We'll put this on screen. Not a very good day for Zach Moss. It could have been a solid day for him, but it just doesn't look like he's going to get much going. 18 carries. There's a lot of carries, but 2.7 yards a pop, 48 yards. Zach Moss, 2 catches for 6 yards. We're watching this game right now. Coin toss. Maybe he does something in OT, but I guess my point here would be that I don't know what Moss is going to bring to the table. I assume he's going to be pretty productive. I think assuming anything higher than low-end running back 1 value, if you start assuming high-end running back 1 or low-end running back 1, I think you need to assume running back 2. Did I say running back 1 value? I think you need to assume running back 2 value. Mid-range to low-end running back 2 value, not super high-end running back 2 or low-end running back 1. I just think the expectation is too high. Do I think Moss can play like a running back 1 on occasion? Sure. But this offense has its limitations. It can move the football, but this is horrible news here. This is even worse news here. Phone calls.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Just a brutal set of injuries we've continued to have here in fantasy. I don't even know what to say at this point. You know, it's like one player, we're losing one player at a time. Just one of our, and it's the entire fantasy industry. It's not just the show or our predictions. I'm not trying to say that at all. I'm just saying fantasy football, we're getting people ripped from us left and right. Kenny Pickett went down. How'd that impact that entire game? Just injury after injury after injury. Appreciate you all. Derrick Henry got injured. Let's check on Derrick Henry real quick and see how Derrick Henry's doing. Just injury after injury. And I do like, for a question here, do I like Spears? I do like Spears a lot. I like Spears an awful lot. Let me hit the news wire real quickly, and then we'll take some phone calls here. I'm sure we've got a few people trying to dial in right now. I didn't have the phone line up. I'm sorry. There it is. What's up, Sebastian? Sebastian, you got 30 seconds. What can I do for you?
If Henry misses time, are you liking Spears or Moss more?
I don't know. It's a good question. Probably Moss still. I do like Spears a lot. There's a lot of upside, a lot more risk with Spears than there is Moss, even though Moss just kind of laid almost like a little bit of a dud. But, you know, Moss has got a lot of upside that's proven. We've seen it tested. It's true. He's done it a couple games. I think we can give him the benefit of the doubt on this game, but I just think people should temper expectations, because I kind of said this going into the week that a lot of these things, you feel like it's going to be a huge breakout game for him, right? Look, is that Spears ripping off another one? We've liked this guy all year. I love Spears. I don't know. You know what? By the end of this game, give me till the end of the day to decide on this one, bro. I might switch to Spears by the end of it. We've been waiting for this moment. Not that we want Henry to get hurt. No one's wanting injury on this channel. We're a very nice people here at the Fantasy Football Show. Very caring people. We get a little riled up. We get passionate. We get excited, especially when there's Devon Achane haters out there. But we come full circle. What are you doing? Running a marathon, Sebastian? What's going on, bro? You okay?
Oh, sorry. I was getting a drink from outside real quick, but it was windy.
Okay. So essentially, Sebastian, I think, you know, you've got let's just wait for the news. We got a lot of moving parts here to this. Spears, how much work is he going to get? Is Henry, the injury on Henry? First of all, Laporta, 9 of 9 for 140 yards and a touchdown, is having a freaking day. Tyreek Hill, 157 and 2 touchdowns, had a freaking day. Dell out for the season with a broken fibula. Horrible. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 touchdowns, 280 yards. A lot of people were fearful of him, and I still love Tua going forward. Derrick Henry head went to the locker room. It looks like a head injury, helmet to helmet. So, like, I mean, the worst it could be, I imagine, is a game or two, but he very much could come back the next game. We gotta wait, bro. We need more information. Okay. All right.
Yeah. What do you think about Derek Carr too?
Derek Carr ruled out with injuries to his head and shoulders and back. My guess is he misses at least a game, but we'll have to see. Again, a lot of moving parts and no concrete news coming in. We're waiting and seeing, bro. All right, Sebastian, call back if you got another one. Later, pal. Appreciate you. Phone line's still open if anybody wants to dial in, but goodness gracious, man. The injuries keep on coming. The hits keep on coming, but we don't stop. We don't stop. And by the way, when Achane has 70-plus yards rushing, 2 total TDs, 3 catches for 30 yards, That's what you call a day. And we'll be having an H-Hand stream at the end of the afternoon games. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not doing much more H-Hand. Well, actually, maybe we will. Maybe we'll do one more. We'll do one. We have time? We have time for one more. Okay, bring it in, boys. Bring it in, boys. Set her down. Set her down. Don't worry about being gentle. This man's ready. Set him down. Right there, Bob. Perfect spot. H-Hand to the freaking moon. H-Hand to the freaking moon. Guys, I'll be back. Appreciate you all. This is just a breaking news live stream. I wanted to get these 2 pieces of content out so you guys could have them. Tank Dell out for the year. Prayers up to him. Broken fibula. I don't know if he's going to have the tightrope surgery or whatever's going to happen. The same thing Tony Pollard had. Should be 100% by next season. Could be pushing it, but I think he'll be 100% by next season if he has the tightrope surgery, if that's what he needs to get done. Tony Pollard had it. Tua Tagovailoa's had it. It's a very successful surgery, especially when you're young. And keep in mind with injuries like this, or even knee injuries with the lighter guy, everybody complains about how small he is. There's a lot less impact to the legs, the fibula, the knees, the meniscus. So players like Dell can oftentimes, they can heal a little quicker. They're a little less likely to have issues with that because he's a lighter guy. But don't listen to the hate. The people that say he's too small. See, there's going to be so many people that have been absolutely missing for months on the hate on this guy. Just the negative Noahs that are saying, no, he's too small. He'll never be good. Tank Dell, 100 yards and a touchdown. Tank Dell, another touchdown. Tank Dell again, doing good this week. Tank Dell's absolutely amazing. Tank Dell, I'll be back later. And then all of a sudden, Tank Dell gets hurt. Fractured fibula. I told you he's too small. Did you not hear me? A few weeks ago, I said he was too small after I went missing for so long. Just close the mouth. Stop running the mouth about something you don't know what you're talking about. Anybody's fibula would have fractured on that. Go watch the replay, Bob. Open your eyes, you box score Bobby. All right, prepare for take 1. All right, action.
He's a box score Bobby. He's a little sloppy. Box score Bobby. He's a box score Bobby. He's so sloppy. Bobby.
So anybody says Tank Dell got hurt because he's too small, you play that video for him. It started just roughly under 13 minutes into this show. You play that for him. You tag him. You send it to him. You say, stop being a box score Bobby, bro. Stop being a box score Bobby. Stop talking about things you don't know anything about. Tank Dell. Prayers up to Tank Dell. See you all on the recap show. Appreciate you. Live whenever big news breaks, like the Tank Dell injury we just reported on. Live whenever news breaks, like the JT injury or the JT extension of time missed, 3 to 5 weeks looking like. Live whenever big news breaks. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Live after the games, so I'll see you after the afternoon games. I just wonder what I'm going to talk about. I just wonder what I could possibly talk about after the afternoon games.
Devon H.N., please report to your shuttle to Saturn. Your shuttle is leaving. Prepare for departure. Touchdown probability high.
Yeah, touchdown probability high. I think so. Maybe 2 touchdown probability high.